Wife of the late Elvis Presley. Now she's gone on to create a hell of a name for herself as an actress. First on TV's Dallas, and then in the movie Naked Gun. Of course, you know there's a sequel now, and we have a clip for you right here.
You walk out of my life. No explanation.
Didn't you get the letters I sent you?
Every one of them. Didn't open them. Tore them up, threw them in the fire.
Then you didn't get the check for $75,000 that your uncle left you in his will?
Why are you here?
I remembered something about the crime. As I was looking out the window, I saw a red van parked across the street.
Red van, oh, thank you. That'll be very helpful. So you said your piece, you can go now, right?
That's not my only reason for being here. Frank, I want us to be friends.
Sure, friends. But if I dusted you for Prince right now, there'd be a lover boy Quentin Habsburgs.
Oh, you...
Well, I see a certain kitten still knows how to scratch.
Priscilla Presley. Great new hair.
Thank you.
What made you cut it like that?
Well, I've actually wanted to do this for about a year or so, but because of the movie, I left it around the same length. And as soon as the movie was over, they called it a wrap. I just went and cut the whole thing off. So it's kind of new and fun. I'm having fun.
Yeah, and it does this, and then it has that other, like, fifth gear back there.
It's kind of like I couldn't decide if I wanted to have a cut or not, which is actually the reason why. I said, leave me a little bit there so it feels like I have some long hair. And you did something different to yours, too. You let it all
I do
grow.
something different every day.
Yeah? You have the feeling then,
Every day. Sometimes subtle, though.
But wait, I don't see any of that carving in there.
Yeah, I don't have it. I started to put Priscilla in there.
Oh, yeah?
But I wouldn't
What
want to
happened?
kiss up.
Yeah.
I changed my mind. Let's talk about that clip we just saw. You're a brown belt. Is that how you were able to execute two hands being held
Yeah, I
and then
have it
still
hidden
punching with a
behind me all the
third?
time.
That was cute.
That was cute. That was a, you know, they make it look so easy, but there was a girl right, you know, between our legs there, and Leslie and mine, and it took us about 4 hours to do that scene because trying to get her comfortable and us comfortable and looking like, you know, it was totally effortless, and then out of the blue comes a slap, and you know, no one really knows what it entails to do a scene like that. It's a lot of things, you know, that you have to, especially with comedy and this kind of comedy, you know, a lot of elements involved. But
Yeah.
I thought it was actually, when you see it, you know, you can't believe it comes off so well.
Yeah, and you are a brown belt, or are you a black belt by now?
No, I'm not a black belt. I was just getting ready to take my brown belt test when I couldn't make the trip. I couldn't make it and had to take a trip. So, but I probably could still make it and become a black belt real soon. I've always had a love for karate and the art of karate. It's more of a sport today, but it's fascinating. You take karate, don't you?
Well, I did a long time ago, but my knees. You know.
Is it your knees?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I got hit too many times.
Yeah, I can't stand it no more. So now I just do haircuts to keep in shape. You know?
Yeah, right. Or is it others doing haircuts on you? Right?
Yeah.
I like your
Both.
shoes.
Both. Thank you. Thank you very much. Let's talk about comedy, because when you first did Naked Gun, I mean, I only knew you as a serious actress, and I was shocked that they chose you. You remember getting that call?
I do. I do. I was shocked I got it too, actually. What happened was I went in on the interview, and I saw these serious guys sitting around the table. And I walked in, and they started asking me all kinds of questions. When you go in on interviews and readings, they'll start asking you questions. And one of the questions was, have you ever done comedy before? And in all of us, there's this little thing, God, if I lie and say I've done it, you know, I'll get the part. But I couldn't come, you know, and say, yes, I've done comedy. So I said, no, I've never done comedy. So the guys just said, well, thank you very much. Nice meeting you. I walked out and never thought about it again. Thought I never got the role. A week later, they said, you got it. And one of the reasons is because I've never done comedy before. You know, the Zuckers are crazy. I mean, you get two people, look at Leslie Nielsen. He looks so serious, and all the drama that he's done in his life, you know, and mine. And you put two of us together, and for some reason it works, you know? It really does work.
Yeah, and I think the brand of humor that the Zuckers do works better if you approach it seriously as
Right.
opposed to trying to make it funny.
Not playing it. On the first Naked Gun, that's exactly what I did. I thought maybe I should play the comedy and be funny, and that's exactly what they didn't want. You know, they wanted it to just come out and look like it was an everyday thing. You know, I'm mostly me. You know, I play the kind of the serious one, and except for a couple of things in there that's a little comedic, but. They want me to play serious, and for some reason it just runs smoothly. The jokes play itself, and Leslie, of course, playing opposite him, he is just looking at him cracks me up. It takes us about 4 takes to do it. I'm on the floor laughing, and it's hard to get a serious, scene out facing him.
Are you like the character that you play in the movie in real life?
Of Jane Spencer?
Yeah.
I don't think so. I couldn't put up with Jane too long, I don't think. And she just goes along, like everyday life. I'm much more neurotic, I think. But she's just slips through it, effortlessly. Just everything happens, like this every day of her life. So,
You're neurotic?
Well, I don't mean neurotic. I mean, I have a lot more energy. I'm just all the time I'm on the go. So I don't think so.
Yeah. We should take a commercial, and we'll come right back and talk more with the energetic Priscilla Presley.
I want you to know I practice safe sex.
So do I.
One thing I always wanted to ask you, when you do a scene like that, what were you wearing when we saw that shot from here up?
Very little, I have to say. It was that was the third time we actually did that scene. It was so hot under those condoms, I have to tell you, we couldn't breathe. And we kept slipping those things off, we had air. There's this huge, of course, hole in the bottom. And they had these tubes of air going up inside, and Leslie and I kept blowing up. The air was coming through, and we'd be this big, before they could take the air down. And before the first condoms, where you could see through a lot more than those, and so we had to redo the whole scene again about 3 weeks later. And finally we got it. We had turned the air conditioner off. And when you're on a set, you have to turn all the air off because of the sound. And that was, I'm glad that scene's over with. Thank you very much. That was a difficult scene.
Now, you